for 1.4, we have Poisson distribution. So we'll say our x follows Poisson 3.6, and we have to calculate the mode of the probability distribution. So we talked about finding mode for Poisson distribution. What we have to do is we know probability x is equals to n is equals to lambda by n, probability x is equals to n minus 1, right? And we need to find highest probability. So we'll find that probability where lambda by n is just greater than 1. So just less than 1 and just greater than 1. So because our lambda is equals to 3.6, we are talking about n is equals to 3 and n is equals to 4. These are the two terms that we are talking about. So we need to find probability x is equals to 3 and probability x is equals to 4. This would be lambda raised to 3 e raised to minus lambda by 3 factorial, then lambda raised to 4 e raised to minus lambda by 4 factorial. So the probability is 0.212469 and probability x is equals to 4 के लिए x is equals to 4 के लिए we'll have 3.6 3.6 raised to 4 to shift e raised to minus 3.6 by 4 factorial. So clearly probability x is equals to 3 is highest. So therefore we are going to say that our mode is 3. Now calculate the standard deviation of the distribution below. Standard deviation variance of x is nothing but lambda for Poisson distribution, that would be 3.6. So therefore standard deviation of x will be under root of 3.6. So root 3.6, we are getting 1.8973665. This is what we are getting standard deviation. यहाँ पे थर्ड वाले में बोला state with reason whether the distribution is positively or negatively skewed. First of all, Poisson distribution is always positively skewed. Okay, I will show you why in the next chapter. How we can prove that Poisson distribution is always positively skewed. But we also have a formula for skewness. Okay, a general formula. Just give me 1 minute. One of the formula for coefficient of skewness is median minus mean should be mean minus median. Should be mean minus median. So coefficient of skewness का formula होता है mean minus median divided by standard deviation. Okay, this is one of the formula. This is not the only formula. Most widely used formula for coefficient of skewness is actually skewness of x divided by under root or divided by actually standard deviation of x cube. So these two are the different formulas. Both will give you two different answers. Okay, both will give you two different answers, but both are acceptable answers. Okay, so the thing is कि coefficient of skewness is used for comparison purposes, and if we use the same coefficient of skewness formula for both the things that we are comparing, then both will be correct or we'll be able to compare it properly. So these two formulas will give you two different answers. What happens is this makes it easier to calculate. This is more difficult to calculate. Because mean and median nikalna is much easier than finding the skewness. Okay, so that is why we have two different coefficient of skewness, and both are acceptable. This is more widely used because this uses all the values skewness use karte. We know that median cannot be used for further calculations. That is why ye coefficient of skewness will not be able to use for further calculation, only for comparison purposes. So this is the formula that is usually used for coefficient of skewness. Now हमारी जो टेबल बुक है उसमें हर जगह कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ स्क्यूनेस दिया हुआ है, दैट इज दिस फॉर्मूले से कैलकुलेट किया हुआ कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ स्क्यूनेस. चलो now but what we can see here is now obviously look at this coefficient of skewness formula. ये mean minus median upon standard deviation वाला जो formula है. Now standard deviation will always be positive. Okay, so standard deviation will always be positive. So the sign of skewness or coefficient of skewness, whether it will be positive or negative, depends on mean minus median. Okay. So mean minus median is going to show us what would be the sign, and that sign is same for mean minus mode. Because what happens is for any graph, you will find that we'll have mean, then we'll have median, and then we'll have mode. If it is positively skewed, then you will find that our mean is higher than our median, higher than our mode. And if it is negatively skewed, you will find that our mean is lower than our median, This is our median and this is our mode. Okay. So this sign shows us whether it is positively skewed or negatively skewed. Now, as the name suggests, if mean minus median is positive, then it is positively skewed. If mean minus median is negative, then it is negatively skewed. Same thing with mean minus mode. Just by looking at this mean minus mode, we can talk about whether it is positively skewed or negatively skewed. So our mode is equals to 3 and our mean will be equal to lambda, that would be equal to 3.6. So mean minus mode we'll say is positive. Therefore, it is positively skewed. So this is how we'll explain this. यहाँ पे बोला state with reason whether the distribution is positively or negatively skewed. So one reason might be that Poisson distribution is always positively skewed. The other reason might be that mean is larger than the mode, hence it will always be positively skewed, or hence this distribution is positively skewed. So we can compare mean and mode and say whether it will be positively skewed or negatively skewed. Now, ये basics of statistics hai. Okay, now there will be infinite such different things that we can talk about. So we'll only talk about what is relevant to us, or whatever I feel like I can share with you, I will always share with you. Okay, this is not written in a book or something like that. It's just जैसे से तुम statistics पढ़ते जाते हो, you should know these kind of things. Okay, either mentioned somewhere in some question, or maybe we'll be understanding that from what we have solved. Okay. So जैसे यहाँ पे 1.4 का अगर हम लोग solution देखते हैं, even I don't know what the solution says. So mode find किया, and then skewness के लिए the Poisson distribution is positively skewed as the mode of 3 is lower than mean of 6 years. Because this is the general बोल सकते हो, यही मैं बोल रहा था, positively skewed के लिए mean, then median, and then we'll have mode. Okay, so this will always be the sequence in any distribution. We'll have mean, median, and a median will always be between mean and mode. Okay, and either we'll have mean greater than median, greater than mode. If that happens, this is positively skewed. If it is the other way around, mean is less than median, less than mode, then it is negatively skewed. So just by looking at this comparison, you can talk about skewness. चलो इसके अलावा 1.5 में बोला हुआ है, you denotes a continuous random variable and is uniformly distributed over the range -1 to 1. V denotes a discrete random variable that is equally likely to take any value between this. So V is also a uniform distribution. It takes values from -1 to 1 as well, uniformly distributed, and we have to calculate the variance. So first of all, U follows uniform distribution between -1 and 1. ये again हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था uniform distribution. So uniform distribution का variance हम लोग directly formula से find कर सकते हैं. So variance of U will be r, I think जितना I remember, b minus a whole square by 12 आया था. ठीक है, you don't need to remember this just because बहुत rarely हम लोग यूज करते हैं. तो हमारे टेबल फॉर्मूला बुक जो है उसमें you can go to your uniform distribution continuous. Here we have uniform distribution continuous and you can look at the formula. So b minus a by 12, b minus a whole square by 12. Okay. So this would be nothing but r1 minus minus 1 whole square by 12, or we'll have 1 by 6. Now for discrete distribution, now the uniform distribution that we studied started from 1 and the difference between each value was 1. So we cannot directly use the formula of uniform distribution that we used there. So here we are going to say that we'll make a distribution. We'll have minus 1, we'll have 1, we have 0, we have, sorry, minus 1, minus half, 0, half, and 1. These are the 5 possible values, and probability ये v, rather than x we'll write v. Probability v is equals to small v, because it is equally likely, because equally likely means each probability is exactly, each value has the same probability. So we have 5 values, so probability becomes 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5 and 1 by 5. So इसका expected value क्या रहेगा? Our expected value of x will be summation for all values of x, x into probability of x. So expected value of v, probability is same, so I can take that out. 1 by 5 bahar aa gaya, and I'll be adding minus 1, minus half, plus 0, plus half, plus 1. So basically we get 0. Because they are equally likely, that is why central value must be the expected value. But फिर expected value of v square निकालना पड़ेगा. Expected value of v square में we'll say it will be summation v square probability v is equals to v. For that 1 by 5 again out, and we'll have 1 minus 1 square will be 1, plus we'll have 1 by 4 plus 0 plus 1 by 4 plus 1. Two and a half. So this is 2.5. 2.5 by 5, we are getting 1 by 2. So our variance of v will be expected value of v square minus expected value v whole square. That would be again half. So variance of our first was 1 by 6. Variance of our second is 1 by 2. इसके ऊपर कमेंट करने के लिए बोला हुआ है, कमेंट ऑन योर आंसर. Now statistics may we just have to comment on what do we observe here. Now, here we observe that our variance of continuous uniform distribution is smaller than variance of our discrete uniform distribution. Now that may be because we have more values between near our expected values that are possible values. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, expected value will again be 0. Uniform continuous में भी we will have expected value to be 0. Here also we will have expected value to be 0. But the nearest value to 0 that we are getting is minus half and half. That is half away from 0. And here nearest value can be 0.1 or 0.01 or 0.001. That is why we have more values that are near to our expected value than in this. That is why variance of our continuous random variable is less than our discrete random variable. Let's see what the solution says. Variance of u is 1 by. Did we do something wrong? Yes, of course we did something wrong, because here just तुमने भी point out नहीं किया. This should be 4, right? Numerator is 4 upon 12, so this will be 1 by 3. But again, the solution, the comparison remains same. 1 by 3 is smaller than 1 by 2. Okay, so the comment, the variance is a measure of spread of values. Both distribution takes values in the range of -1 to +1 and are centered around 0. However, the variance of V is greater than the variance of U because there is a greater probability of obtaining the extreme value -1 to +1. That is also a thing, because we have less number of terms in discrete. That is why probability of getting extreme values is more than in the continuous distribution. Okay, that is what they are saying. So let's continue with our gamma distribution. The gamma distribution के लिए we talked about gamma function first. गामा फंक्शन में ओपन कर लेता हूं. This is our gamma function. Now I told you how gamma function was formed. It was formed from factorial. So that is why gamma function works very similar to factorials. N factorial. The factorial का सबसे बड़ा problem क्या है? We cannot find factorial for non-integer values and also not for negative values. So only positive integers के लिए we can find factorial. Minimum value of factorial is our 0 factorial, that we say is 1. Then we say that n factorial is nothing but n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and so on. We multiply it till 1, or you can say it is n into n minus 1 factorial. These are our factorials. Gamma works very similarly. Gamma function is used to find those missing values that are non-integer values. Okay. अच्छा ठीक है. Sum 20 of assignment. Okay, ठीक है. We'll solve 20. Basic assignment का question 20. ठीक है. We'll do this first and then we'll go back to our gamma function and gamma distribution. Now see, this question number 20 is a difficult sum and it is designed in such a way for you to understand probability. This type of questions will not be asked in the examinations. You don't have to worry too much about it if you did not get it in your first try. Okay, this is just to understand different concepts. Okay. So I think ये not fraudulent. Okay, पूरा पढ़ते हैं. An insurance company distinguishes between 3 types of fraudulent claims. Type 1, legitimate claims that are slightly exaggerated. Type 2, legitimate claims that are strongly exaggerated. Type 3, false claims. Every fraudulent claim is characterized as exactly one of the 3 types. Assume that the probability of a newly submitted claim being fraudulent of type 1. Say probability type 1 ki is 0.1. For type 2 is 0.02, and for type 3 is 0.003. Calculate the probability that newly submitted claim is not fraudulent. So either it will be type 1, type 2 or type 3 or not fraudulent. Probability, I'll write NF, not fraudulent ke liye, NF must be 1 minus probability of fraudulent. Fraudulent can be of 3 types, so we'll add them up. Either we'll say probability type 1 or type 2 or type 3. So this becomes 0.123. That would be 0.877. So this was easy. The next part, the insurer uses a statistical software package to identify suspicious claims. If a claim is fraudulent of type 1, it is identified as suspicious by the software with the probability of 0.5. So probability software will say is suspicious given it was type 1 is 0.5. Because if it is type 1, then probability of it being suspicious. Similarly for type 2, this probability is 0.7. So probability suspicious type 2 0.7, and for type 3, given type 3 0.9. Calculate the probability that has been identified by the software as suspicious is a fraudulent claim of type 1. So this is Bayes theorem. We need to find probability that it has already been identified as suspicious. What is the probability that it is type 1? So 1 given S find करना है. Now अभी तक हम लोगों ने जो फॉर्मूला पढ़ा था उसके हिसाब से we would have said probability of type 1 into probability of suspicious given type 1 upon same thing for 1, 2 and 3. So we'll say plus type 2 as given. ठीक है, ऐसे तीनों का. So if we do this, we will not get the correct answer. This will give us the wrong answer. Now why is that? Because in actuality हमारा जो denominator, numerator is correct, numerator में कोई problem नहीं है, denominator is wrong. Denominator is supposed to be probability of being suspicious. This is what it is supposed to be. That we converted law of total probabilities, we converted into this. But in actuality, we are missing one more value, probability of not being fraudulent into probability of suspicious given not being fraudulent. So there will be some cases that will be suspicious and still will be not fraudulent. So not fraudulent cases be suspicious हो सकते हैं. That is why it is called suspicious. It is not called directly fraudulent. नहीं बोल रहा. Okay. So that is why, and यहाँ पर ये term दिया हुआ है, for all new submitted claims 20% are identified by the software as suspicious. So the given probability of being suspicious is 0.2. So there are some non-fraudulent claims that are suspicious, and you can clearly see in total fraudulent claims are 0.123. तो डेफिनेटली अगर मैं उसमें से 20% 12% fraudulent थे but in total 20% suspicious आ रहे हैं, तो there must be some non-fraudulent claims that are still suspicious. There will be some fraudulent claims that are not suspicious as well. It will go both ways. Okay. Some fraudulent claims we will not be able to identify them as suspicious at all. Okay. by the software. So we cannot take this as our denominator, but we can definitely take this probability of suspicious, because that is what the actual formula is. So we are going to get कितना हो जाएगा 0.1 into 0.5 upon 0. 0.25. यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं, this is what the answer is. And a fraudulent claim of any type मतलब it could be type 1, type 2 or type 3. I'll say probability of fraudulent claim given it was suspicious, that is probability 1 given suspicious plus probability 2 given suspicious plus probability 3 given suspicious. ये फाइंड करना है. So 1 given suspicious तो हम लोगों ने फाइंड कर लिया. Denominator for all three are same, 0.2. All we need is our 0.02 into 0.7 plus 0.003 0.9 0.25 So our answer is 0.3335. You can see that is what the answer here is. This is probability of a fraudulent case given it was suspicious. Then last part, calculate the probability that a claim which has not been identified as suspicious by the software is in fact fraudulent. So probability that we know not identified as suspicious is in fact fraudulent. इसका हम लोगों को probability find करना है. So we'll have probability F intersection NS on probability of NS. So denominator तो easy है. This will be 1 minus probability of being suspicious. So what about the numerator? Whenever, let's say I have only one category, I have two categories. This is suspicious, this is not suspicious, and let's say this is fraudulent. So this is what we want, probability of fraudulent intersection not suspicious. Now if I add this part to it, probability intersection suspicious, then I will get the whole fraudulent. So I'll say probability of fraudulent is nothing but probability of fraudulent intersection suspicious plus probability of fraudulent intersection not suspicious. Then we know fraudulent intersection suspicious is nothing but probability of suspicious into probability of fraudulent given suspicious. इससे हम लोगों ने फॉर्मूला बना लिया, because our probability of fraudulent given suspicious will be intersection by f of s. This is our conditional probability. So C लिख दिया plus we'll have probability fraudulent intersection not suspicious. So उसके हिसाब से I'll get this minus this. So I'll say probability of fraudulent minus suspicious, probability of fraudulent given suspicious. So finally probability of fraudulent, सबसे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन में हमने नॉन फ्रॉडुलेंट का फाइंड किया था, तो दैट वुड बी 1 माइनस ऑफ दैट, और वी विल से 0.123 minus this would be 0.2 into 0.3335 by 1 minus 0.2. So our answer is 0.070375. Okay. Yeah. समझ में आ गया? We'll move forward. And we'll do our gamma function. The gamma function, this function, this will be just used as a reference, will not be using, you will not be using that for solving purposes. Okay. So our gamma x बाद में use कर लेंगे, and these are the properties. I think yesterday I explained it कि whenever we have an integer, gamma of n will be nothing but n minus 1 factorial. It becomes factorial. Okay. Otherwise, gamma follows this pattern, very similar to our factorials. Just the difference is we have x minus 1 into gamma of x minus 1. Okay. And gamma of half is equals to root pi. We did solve gamma of 3.5 using this. So in a way, in gamma functions, we can find integers using factorials as well as half integers as well. Okay, so these are the two things जिसके हम लोग values find कर सकते हैं using gamma function without solving the integration part. Integration part अगर solve करना आता है तो well and good, but I don't think you have studied that much integration, neither have I. So we'll not be doing that. It's not required. We'll come up to gamma distribution. The gamma distribution was formed from this gamma function. How we'll talk about in a minute. First of all, जो fx आया, we get lambda raised to alpha by gamma alpha x raised to alpha minus 1 e raised to minus lambda x. This is our f of x for x that is greater than 0. So our limits goes from 0 to infinity. जिसमें capital F x जो है, we cannot find that directly because we'll have to integrate this f of x, and unless and until we don't know the value of alpha, we'll not be able to find this integration by parts. Also, if value of alpha is non-integer, we'll not be able to find integration by parts. The limitation here is that alpha has to be a non-integer. sorry, in an integer, and alpha agar 2 raha, तो I'll get x into e raised to minus lambda x solve कर सकते हैं. 3 रहा x square e raised to minus lambda x solve कर सकते हैं. ये दोनों चीजें हम लोगों ने अभी क्या बोलते हैं एक्सपोनेंशियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में एक्सपेक्टेड वैल्यू एंड वेरिएंस फाइंड करने के लिए सॉल्व किया था. If alpha is 4, I'll get x raised to 3 e raised to minus lambda x raised to 4, and so on. So for a particular amount of alpha, I'll be able to solve it. But we know as the power increases of x, utne zyada bar we'll have to do integration by parts. We saw that previously in in exponential distribution. जितना पावर बढ़ता जाएगा x का उतने ज्यादा बार इंटीग्रेशन बाय पार्ट्स करना पड़ेगा. So if my alpha is 200, I'll have to do 199 times integration by parts करना पड़ेगा. So that becomes such a lengthy process. And also, if alpha is non-integer value, then we'll not be able to solve that integration. At least we don't know how to solve it. There are many methods. We have not studied those methods. So that is why capital F of x का general formula बनाना is very, it's impossible, and क्या बोलते हैं, solving it becomes very difficult other than just a few alphas. So for a few alphas we'll be able to solve it, but we will never solve it because we have other methods to find it. Later on we'll talk about it. Okay, अभी हम लोग बात आ जाते हैं expected value. Now, अभी मैंने बोला था कि we'll not be able to integrate it. So the next step we are going to do is we are going to integrate it. So we'll say this will be integration for all values of x into f of x dx. Now the difference of the integration that we are going to, so the main difference between the integrations that we are doing in expected value and what we would have done here is the limits. Okay, so if we have limits from 0 to infinity, we will be able to solve using our gamma function. How we'll do that here? So we'll have 0 to infinity for all values of x, and x multiplied to this, I will have lambda raised to alpha gamma alpha x raised to alpha minus 1 into x, so it will be x raised to alpha e raised to minus lambda x dx. Now इसमें से I can take lambda raised to alpha and gamma alpha out, and also I will substitute my lambda x as t. So my lambda times dx becomes dt. So I'll take lambda raised to alpha by gamma alpha out. Here my x I need to transform into t, so I will have t raised to alpha, and I'll have to divide by lambda raised to alpha e raised to minus t, and dt divided by another alpha. So constants the alpha, so I took it out. Okay, constants को बाहर ले गया. Now just look at the integration part. This is very similar to this part. We have here t raised to alpha minus t raised to x minus 1 e raised to minus t dt. Here we have t raised to alpha e raised to minus t dt. So the difference is that our x minus 1 is equals to alpha. So x is equals to alpha plus 1. And we can now substitute that to gamma of alpha plus 1. So I will get, पहले ये cancel out होके I'll get 1 by lambda times gamma alpha into this becomes gamma of alpha plus 1. You can say this is due to gamma function. Okay, we have substituted this integration to this because of the gamma function. अब इसको सॉल्व करते हैं. Our gamma of alpha plus 1 can be written as alpha into gamma of alpha because of this property. So therefore our expected value is nothing but alpha by lambda. We'll do the same for expected value of x square. We'll have integration for all values of x square into f of x dx. x square multiply हो जाएगा तो finally we'll get x raised to alpha plus 1. We'll do the same thing. We'll put lambda x as t. So we'll get lambda dx as dt. So again, this lambda raised to alpha plus 1 comes from converting x into t, and this 1 by lambda comes from converting dx into dt. This again we'll say alpha plus 1 is equals to x minus 1 from this formula gamma function ka. So therefore our x must be equal to alpha plus 2. So we are going to get gamma of alpha plus 2 by lambda square gamma of alpha. Same as factorials, we have converted into this, and finally we are getting alpha square plus alpha by lambda square. Variance, so the variance will be alpha by lambda square. Again, this is given in our table formula book, so you don't have to remember that. Table formula book, पेज नंबर 6 से अगेन अपने डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चालू होते हैं. कंटिन्यूस में you will find gamma distribution, parameter alpha lambda. You can see the f of x here. You can see the expected value and variance here. Okay, it's given in your table formula book, but because we use this a lot of time, you should remember the expected value and variances. PDF not so much, but expected value and variances you should remember. Okay, ये हो गया हमारा gamma distribution. If you see exponential distribution. This is our exponential distribution and this is our gamma distribution. Okay. Gamma distribution may, if I put alpha is equals to 1, what happens? First we'll see f of x. F of x, if I put alpha is equals to 1, I get lambda upon gamma of 1 x raised to 1 minus 1 e raised to minus lambda x. This becomes our f of x. Gamma of 1 will be 0 factorial. 0 factorial is 1. So gamma of 1 will also be 1. This becomes lambda e raised to minus lambda x. So f of x transforms into f of x of exponential distribution, lambda e raised to minus lambda x. So clearly, if I put alpha is equals to 1, I can convert my gamma distribution into exponential distribution. And that is the case. Exponential distribution is a special case. Special case of gamma distribution. Where alpha is equals to 1. Okay. So we say our exponential lambda follows gamma 1 comma lambda. Both the lambdas are same. Okay. So gamma distribution, exponential distribution is a gamma distribution with alpha is equals to 1. Now exponential distribution or any other distribution that we studied before, we could have a logical explanation for those distributions. But gamma distribution का ये जो alpha वाला part है, that does not have any logical explanation. So whenever a particular variable is following gamma distribution, the question will always mention that it is following a gamma distribution. We don't have to, find using language or logic to understand whether it is following what kind of distribution. Gamma distribution and any other distribution that we are going to see further, they will always mention those particular distribution in the question. Okay, gamma distribution ke questions we'll solve in a minute. Okay. We'll just move forward to our next distribution. The next distribution is chi-square distribution. The chi-square distribution, we say x follows. Now there's a symbol for chi-square, that is this. Okay. It is basically chi is a character, क्या बोलते हैं, Greek letter. Okay, so it seems like this. It's just a curvy x. Okay. But your x and your chi-square should look different because we are going to use this chi-square a lot. What I do is I, make a curvy line and then just make a straight x. So this and my this looks different. Okay. So they should look different because we are going to use chi-square a lot. So practice however you want. It's basically this, a curvy type of x. So this is chi-square and we put alpha here. Okay. Alpha is the parameter. So we do not write the name chi-square and then bracket में parameter. This is the symbol that we use, chi-square, and then alpha becomes our parameter. Actually, not alpha, we have nu as our parameter. My mistake. Nu. Nu is that fancy v. V लिखते हैं, v को थोड़ा सा curvy कर दिया, that becomes our nu. 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 Okay. This is our nu is our parameter. That parameter is called degree of freedom. Why it is called degree of freedom, ये आगे के chapters में पता चलेगा. Okay, जब आएगा then I'll explain and I'll say remember that is called as degree of freedom. Anyways, we'll be using the term degree of freedom a lot. Okay, so we'll not go into why it is called degree of freedom, but that is degree of freedom. Now, chi-square distribution was formed because we wanted to calculate probability of gamma distribution. Now, gamma distribution की probability के बाद I told you finding probability के लिए जो capital F of x था, told you will not be able to solve it directly because of the integration problem. The second thing would be we'll make tables out of it. Now tables बनाने के लिए क्या हो जाता है problem कि when we have two different parameters, we have alpha and lambda, we have two parameters, and third x की अलग अलग value के लिए we'll be finding probabilities. Now in this case alpha can also go from 0 to infinity, lambda can also go from 0 to infinity, and x can also go from 0 to infinity. We have infinite values of all three of them. And क्या होता है, if we have two variables, यहाँ पर x डाल दिया और यहाँ पर एक parameter डाल दिया and यहाँ पर हमने probabilities लिख दिया, तो we can actually make table out of it. But when we have three different things that are changing, we'll have to have a third dimension, and third dimension obviously on a paper we cannot show that. So it becomes almost impossible to make tables, or we'll have to make infinite tables to actually show all three of them changing. क्या करना पड़ेगा, L से alpha is equals to 1 के लिए यहाँ पे lambda कर दिए, यहाँ पे x कर दिए, then alpha is equals to 1.1 के लिए दूसरा table, then alpha is equals to 1.2 के लिए दूसरा table. So we'll have infinite tables to actually form. Okay, so that is why we cannot make tables when we have two parameters. We'll have to convert it into another distribution that has less than two parameters. So chi-square distribution was a distribution that did that for our gamma distribution. How did we convert our gamma distribution into chi-square distribution? So if I say my x follows gamma alpha comma lambda, then we say our 2 lambda x will follow chi-square 2 alpha. So this is a perfect conversion. This is not an approximation. Remember, we converted our binomial into Poisson. That was an approximation. But this is not an approximation. This is a perfect conversion. Okay. So this is a perfect conversion. Okay. So we can convert every gamma distribution into a chi-square distribution. And because chi-square distribution only has one parameter, it's easy to make tables of chi-square distribution. ये जो table book है, actual formula book, इसमें tables भी दिए हुए हैं. From it starts from page number 160 of those table, and PDF में it becomes 166. ठीक है. So we have page number 166 पे chi-square distribution. You can see probability of chi-square. It starts from 165 actually. नहीं. Starts from 164. So page number 164 pe you can see we have our chi-square distribution. Now this is the graph of chi-square distribution or a gamma distribution. Okay, we'll relate to graph later on, but right now we need to find how to find probabilities. Probability find करने के लिए always look at the graph. Now you can see the graph shows the shaded region, that is x say less than. So we are trying to find probability less than x in this particular table. So let's say I have an example, x follows gamma 2 comma 1.5, and I need to find probability that x is less than, let's say, less than 3. So this is what I need to find. So how do we do that? We say if x is following gamma 2 comma 1.5, then our 2 lambda x will follow chi square 2 alpha. Alpha here is 2, so I am going to get 4. 2 times alpha becomes 4. Then we'll say probability x is equals to, sorry, x less than 3 find karna tha. So that we can say will be equal to, I will multiply 2 lambda on both sides. So I'll say 2 lambda x will be less than, lambda is 1.5. So I'll get 9. 2 into 1.5 is 3 and 3 into 3 is 9. So I've multiplied 2 lambda on both sides. This becomes probability chi square, because 2 lambda x was following chi square 4. Chi square 4 less than 9. So we have converted our variable x into variable chi square 4. Now because chi square itself is just one single symbol, that is why we do not name it into another variable. Otherwise I could have said this is y is equals to this, and I would have written here y. Okay. Just because we can, we will write it this way. ये वाला जो है, इसको I could have written as probability gamma 2 comma 1.5 less than 3. But obvious सी बात है, writing this again and again is not feasible. Okay. So that is why we name it into x. But chi square के लिए it is good enough. So we do not name it into another variable, chi square के terms में. So probability find करने के लिए we'll look at this table. This table is already going to give us probability less than. So we are actually finding less than probability. Then next would be our degree of freedom. Degree of freedom here is 4. So यहाँ पर भी we'll look for degree of freedom 4. Degree of freedom is nothing but our new. So we'll see 4. ये table में 1 2 3 है. Next page पे 4. So for 4 we are looking for probability less than 9. So probability less than 9 here. This becomes our probability. This will be equal to 0.9389. This would be our answer. Similarly, if I ask what is the probability x, let's say greater than 2, x greater than 2, we will say again probability 2 lambda x greater than 2 into 2 lambda. So 2 into lambda was 1.5. That would be our chi square 4 greater than 6. Chi square 4 greater than 6, this will be 1 minus probability chi square 4 less than 6, because this table only shows less than value. That is why we have converted into less than. So greater than would be 1 minus of less than. So chi square 4 again. So degree of freedom 4, and 6 के लिए we have 0.8009. So 0.8009. This is how we'll find these values. Now I will give you let's give you a question. Hmm. Ah, okay, basically it is the same question. So rather than giving you this question, I will change the question. I'll just give you here. I'll say x follows gamma 3 comma 4. Probability x less than 0.5. Probability x greater than 0.75. Yeah. 0.7. ये दोनों फाइंड कर लो. If you want the table, I will leave this. So first of all, we'll say x follows gamma 3 comma 4. So 2 lambda x will follow chi square 6 हो जाएगा. 2 times 3 becomes our 6. Probability x less than 0.5 we'll say becomes 2 lambda x less than, lambda is 4, so 8 into 0.5 will give you 4, or you can say 2.4 into 0.5, and becomes probability chi square 6 less than 4. So we'll go to chi square 6 and we want less than 4 probability. That would be this, right? 3233. So you can do that for 0.75 as well. So we'll get 0.4232. The chi-square is also used, we'll be using chi-square later on as well, but right now we'll be using chi-square only to find probabilities of gamma distribution. Okay, so we'll see use of chi-square later on. Now in our table formula book, we also have chi-square के you know ये क्या बोलते हैं, expected value and variances and stuff. So we'll require expected value and variance. So we say chi-square is, now exponential was a special case of gamma distribution. Same way chi-square is also a special case of gamma distribution. So is a special case of gamma where alpha is equals to nu by 2 and lambda is equals to half. How do we get that? We are not going to go into it. Okay, but this is what we get, and we say our chi-square nu will be same as gamma nu by 2 comma half. So we can convert gamma into chi-square and we can convert chi-square into gamma. How do we convert gamma into chi-square? We had that if x is following gamma distribution, then 2 lambda x follows chi-square alpha to alpha. That was our conversion from gamma to chi-square to find these probabilities, and we can convert chi-square into gamma as well by using this. So gamma की हम लोगों को expected value पता है. So our expected value of chi-square nu, gamma के लिए it is alpha by lambda. That will be nu by 2 by 1 by 2. So that becomes nu, and variance of chi-square nu will be alpha by lambda square. We'll get nu by 2 by 1 by 2 square, or you'll get 2 times nu. Again, these are given in table book. Table book, I think page number 12. We have gamma distribution here and chi-square distribution. This is a chi-square distribution with degree of freedom nu is the same as gamma distribution with parameter nu by 2 and 1 by 2. All you have to do is gamma distribution mein you just have to substitute these values to get your expected value and variance. And here you can see the relationship of gamma distribution is also given. I've clearly said when 2 alpha is an integer, probabilities of the gamma distribution can be found using the relationship this. So this becomes our chi-square distribution. Next is beta distribution. Now beta distribution also comes from beta function. So we are going to see beta function first. The beta function is not given in our table book, but it is very easy to remember. So we'll have to remember it. Beta function is written as b alpha comma beta. इस तरीके से लिखा जाता है. Now that can be represented as gamma function as well. This is nothing but gamma of alpha, gamma of beta on gamma of alpha plus beta. Okay, so we can represent as a gamma function or also as integral. This is another way of representing our beta function. So beta function को अगर solve करना है तो we'll convert it into gamma function and then solve it. And beta distribution बनाने के लिए we'll be using this. We'll go to beta distribution. So beta distribution में our f of x is equals to say 1 by beta alpha comma beta x raised to alpha minus 1 1 minus x raised to beta minus 1. Acha, हाँ. We say x follows beta alpha comma beta. So we have two parameters alpha and beta for beta distribution. This is when x is between 0 and 1. So beta distribution may x will always be between 0 and 1, and this becomes our f of x. This is also given in our table book. Here we have beta distribution. You can see this is what our beta distribution is. So you can remember that our f of x is 1 by beta alpha comma beta, and you can check this here and you get this relationship, beta function ka relationship. Okay. And you can remember that this part of our PDF, x raised to alpha minus 1, 1 minus x raised to beta minus 1, is this integral, and limits of the integral is nothing but this part, 0 comma 1. Now this is how we convert a mathematical function into a distribution. What we want is this integration to be equal to 1. So if we want that to be equal to 1, but in actuality it is equal to this, so we divide by this. So that is why we divide by 1 by beta of alpha comma beta. Now why did we convert our beta function into a distribution? Because gamma distribution ki tarah hi, we find that we can convert this into many different forms. Now actually beta function, depending on alpha and beta ki values, can be converted into any distribution or any pattern. Okay, so any kind of क्या बोलते ग्राफ में हम लोग उसको कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, right from straight line to any kind of curves. So it can form parabolas, it can form curvy lines or whatever different kinds of lines, just by manipulating the values of alpha and beta. So we can convert beta distribution into any distribution or even fit into any kind of graphs. Now naturally, because it is so versatile, we will not be using it at all. We very rarely use beta distribution, and the reason is because it is very complicated to solve. Again, the problem becomes integration of this cannot be done very easily. Correct? So that is why unless and until we have a very small value of alpha and beta, we'll not be able to find this integration. Okay. So if I have an integer value of alpha and beta, then it is good enough. If it is not an integer value, again, it becomes very difficult to solve this integration. So our f of x, we cannot have a general formula for that because we cannot integrate this unless and until we know alpha and beta. So that is why directly f of x find karna becomes very difficult. Okay, capital F of x. But expected value हम find कर सकते हैं. expected value. So expected value के लिए I will take my 1 by beta alpha comma beta out, integration 0 to 1, and we'll have x raised to, अब alpha हो जाएगा because this multiplied by this, and 1 minus x raised to beta minus 1 dx. सेम जैसे गामा फंक्शन में वी यूज गामा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में वी यूज गामा फंक्शन टू सॉल्व दिस, विल बी यूजिंग बीटा फंक्शन टू सॉल्व दिस. यू कैन कंपेयर दिस टू एंड क्लियरली द ओनली डिफरेंस इज यहाँ पे अल्फा माइनस 1 की जगह पे अल्फा आ गया. सो आर new alpha is basically old alpha plus 1. If I name this as alpha dash, my alpha dash will be equal to alpha plus 1. This is alpha. I'm just trying to explain you that our new alpha is nothing but old alpha plus 1. So instead of this, we will be getting alpha plus 1. So we are going to get beta alpha plus 1 comma beta 1. Now we'll convert both of them into gamma functions. We'll have gamma plus gamma. Our gamma beta cancels out. Then we'll use our gamma function. We'll say this is alpha, gamma alpha. एक मिनट, ये denominator में we'll have plus 1 because we have alpha plus, so not here. Here we'll have plus 1, right? Because this is alpha plus 1 plus beta. On so upon we'll have gamma alpha plus beta, we'll cancel them out and we'll get alpha by alpha plus beta. Same तरीके से we find expected value of x square and then we find our variance. We'll not go into that because we very rarely use it, and you can find it here. We have alpha upon alpha plus beta and variance is this. So beta distribution के direct questions आते हैं and very small questions. ठीक है. We'll see a beta distribution question. Okay, here they have not given a beta distribution question. I'll make my own. So I'll say x follows beta 2,3 and find probability x less than 0.7. Remember, beta distribution will always have values between 0 and 1. Okay. So possible values of x will always be between 0 and 1. So uske hisab se, if we need to find probability, we'll have to basically integrate. So probability x less than 0.7 will be equal to integration from 0 to 0.7 f of x dx. F of x of beta distribution we'll see from our table book. You don't need to remember it. So we'll have gamma of 5 upon gamma of 2, gamma of 3. This will come out. We'll say 0 to 0.7 and we'll be left with x raised to alpha plus 1, that becomes 1, and 1 minus x raised to beta minus 1, that will give us 2, and then dx. So if I just solve this bracket, it will become a little bit easier. So first of all, a gamma 5, gamma 5 will be nothing but 4 factorial upon 2 factorial will become, gamma 2 becomes 1 factorial, and gamma 3 becomes 2 factorial. And ये integration के लिए best way would be just opening the brackets. So we are going to get x minus 2x square plus x cube. Just solve कर दिया whole square को and then open the brackets. So we have so we are getting 0.9163. So these are small questions that we might get for beta distribution, or they might ask you to find to use this expected value and variances. We'll see, small questions of beta distribution later on. This becomes this is how we'll find probabilities of beta distribution. Today we'll end our class here. I'll give you a few homework from our book. Now see here, for we have this question 1.3, in which we have studied uniform distribution, we have studied exponential, we have studied chi-square, and we have studied gamma distribution. So for these four, you will have to calculate probability x less than 8. Baki normal and log normal we are yet to study, and we'll do that tomorrow, and after that, that will also be homework. So you have to calculate uniform, exponential, chi-square and gamma के लिए probability x less than 8. And question number 1.6. Now see, as I told you before, that there is no limitation of what kind of distribution we can make. So they have said an analyst is interested in using a gamma distribution with parameter this and this, that is with density this. Okay, state the mean and the standard deviation of this distribution. You can state that by directly finding by directly using the formula of expected value and variance. Hence comment briefly on the shape. Okay, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, first find this mean and standard deviation, then I'll talk about the shape, and show that the cumulative distribution function is given by this. So you'll have to integrate this to show the cumulative distribution function. In question 23 of assignment, we need to find question 123 of I accidentally closed it. 23 23 में calculate from these data the longest showing time for film. Okay, this I will solve tomorrow. Okay, so I will tell you how do we solve this 23. Okay, and if you can, then very good. Yes, most likely Q1 is what we need to find. You are correct about it. So most likely Q1, but कैसे Q वो सब चीजें मैं कल अच्छे से explain करूँगा. Starting में remind me that we will be doing this question number 20. Just explain it again. So आज ज्यादा होमवर्क नहीं है. So these are the two things. 1.3 के वो 4 and 1.6 का ये. And if you can see whatever is given and ये simulation वाला part we have not done yet. We'll do it tomorrow. So ये वाला part छोड़ देना. Only the 1 and 2 part. At the end of the chapter, could you share the notes? Acha, you don't have this note, so I will share it in the क्या बोलते हैं ये WhatsApp group. Okay. यही वाले ना actuarial book जो बात कर रहे हैं. So I'll share this and I'll also share the ये अपना assignment also. ठीक है. So we'll end our class here and I'll share this right now.